Were Erica and Charlie Kirk really getting divorced, and did they file papers just days before his assassination?
A priest that came over to pray over Charlie and Erica's marriage the night before is what I am told.
In recent months, a wave of speculation has surrounded the final chapter of Charlie Kirk's life. New claims and online discussions have raised questions about what might have been happening behind the scenes in the days before his death. One rumor that continues to circulate suggests that Charlie may have quietly filed for divorce just 4 days before he died. If that claim were ever confirmed, it would significantly change the way many people understand the story that was presented publicly about his marriage. For years, Charlie and his wife, Erica, were often seen as a united couple. Their relationship was regularly described as faith-centered, supportive, and strong. In interviews and public appearances, the image presented to the public was one of stability. They spoke about family values, prayer, and the importance of standing together through challenges. Supporters frequently highlighted their bond as an example of a committed partnership. Because of that image,
some viewers straight up said it feels performative, like she's milking the tragedy instead of mourning it.
My husband did something very simple. He talked to people. You're gonna be murdered for talking to people. He didn't go after people.
The idea that their relationship might have been struggling behind the scenes has surprised many observers. The rumors about a possible divorce have caused people to look again at small details that once seemed unimportant. For example, there were whispers online suggesting that Erica may have been removed from Charlie's will. At the time, most people brushed those claims aside as unverified gossip. But once the divorce speculation began spreading, some started wondering.
So I said, I want you to have a good night's sleep. Go ahead and sleep in her room. And I'll turn the air down so it's nice and cozy in there. And
wondering whether those earlier comments might have been connected to a larger story. Another detail that has been discussed involves Charlie's wedding ring. According to a few reports that circulated online, there were moments when he was not wearing it. On its own, that might not mean very much. People remove their rings for many everyday reasons, including travel, work, or simple comfort. However, when placed alongside rumors of marital problems, even a small detail like that can suddenly become part of a bigger conversation. People who claim to be close to the situation also hinted that
a priest that came over to pray over Charlie and Erica's marriage the night before is what I am told.
Something inside the household might not have been entirely peaceful in the final weeks. None of those suggestions were confirmed, but they added to the atmosphere of uncertainty that developed after his passing. One story that drew particular attention involved a priest visiting the home shortly before Charlie's death. Reports said that the night before everything happened, a priest came to pray. Some described him as a controversial religious figure, which made the visit seem even more unusual to outside observers. At first, it was suggested—
Well, this one's easy. How long have you been married, and when did you know it was time to get married?
we've been married since 2020.
That the prayer visit might have been connected to safety concerns. Charlie had long been a polarizing public figure, and he often received criticism and hostile messages from political opponents. Because of that history, some people assumed the visit was meant as spiritual support in response to threats or public pressure. However, another version of the story began circulating later. According to that claim, the priest may have been invited.
Really handsome. You look gorgeous. You fixing my... Got a little bacon. Babe, that's deep in there. Give them a cleavage? People want cleavage.
Invited not because of outside tensions, but because of problems within the marriage. If that were true, the purpose of the visit would have been very different. Instead of addressing external conflict, the prayer might have been focused on personal struggles within the household. Of course, none of these claims have been officially verified. Still, the idea that a religious counselor was called in shortly before such a tragic event has fueled speculation about what might have been happening in private. Since Charlie's death, Erica has continued.
My name is Aubrey Leitch, and I am the former public relations manager for Turning Point USA, and I was a part of the recent kind of mass termination group at Turning Point.
To appear publicly through interviews, speeches, and events. Some viewers have praised her strength and composure during a very difficult time. Others, however, have questioned whether her public tone seems unusually upbeat. Critics online have pointed to her media appearances and suggested that she sometimes appears more focused on continuing Charlie's legacy than openly grieving. It is important to remember that people respond to loss in very different ways. Some prefer to speak publicly about their loved ones, while others grieve in private.
Gave assurance to people that Turning Point USA is continuing, and it is. I mean, we are so blessed to have more work than we even could ever dream of.
What may appear confident or composed on the outside can still hide deep pain. Because of that, judging someone's emotional state based solely on public appearances can be misleading. Nevertheless, the online reaction has been intense. Comment sections and discussion forums have been filled with debates about how Erica has handled the situation. Some supporters defend her, saying she is simply trying to move forward and continue the work her husband cared about. Others remain skeptical, believing the public narrative does not fully explain what may have been happening before Charlie died. Another detail that has sparked curiosity involves where Charlie reportedly slept on his final night at home. According to one version of the story, he did not spend the night in the bedroom he shared with his wife. Instead, it was said that he slept in his daughter's room. That claim led some people to question why a husband who had just returned from a long trip would choose to sleep separately from his spouse. Again, there could be many explanations for something like that. Parents sometimes stay in a child's room if the child is sick or upset, or simply to comfort them. Without confirmed information, it is impossible to know the real reason. Still, when combined with divorce rumors, some people interpreted the story as a possible sign that the relationship might have been strained. The wedding ring discussion returned as well when another claim appeared online. According to that rumor, Charlie may have put the ring back on shortly before he died after not wearing it earlier. If accurate, some observers wondered whether that gesture might have been symbolic. Others dismissed the claim as speculation with no reliable evidence behind it. Another topic that has been widely debated is the disappearance of a wedding photo that once appeared in Charlie's home office. At first, people online assumed that Erica might have removed it. Some critics accused her of doing so intentionally, suggesting she wanted to control how the marriage was portrayed. Later, however, a different explanation began circulating. According to that version of events, Charlie himself may have taken the photo down,